occur later. Let's see what we got here in terms of questions. Again, more just my name, all capital letters. Someone said I see you, so clearly we have some working order here. All right, so I would like to see a question, but I think that our lag is to the point where I don't necessarily know that that's ever going to happen. Someone said that they're the girl with the pink-haired skeleton man, so I don't that could be some sort of witch voodoo that she just put on me. That sentence is it's strange. It's a strange sentence to say, but I get it. I mean, if you are the girl with the pink-haired skeleton man. I guess one of the strangest things about online chats is that the person is never really looking at you. So I'll try my best to look into the camera, but I have to look down on the side, so it's almost like talking to someone with two lazy eyes, because they're trying to address you, but they're also just looking down to read things. So I'll try my best to read a question and then look directly into the camera, but I don't know if that's too aggressive. It may be too aggressive, really, to look directly at you. I don't know. Let's see. How's the band? The band is doing well. We're doing really well. We leave on Wednesday to fly to Germany and start the church. Oh, there we go. Someone called me a fag. That's the first one. I was waiting for the first one. I don't know why I looked over there like there's a person here. Hey, imaginary person. Someone called me a fag. No, the church tour part two starts on I guess it's Thursday of next week, and we're really excited about that. It's the last tour, obviously, of the year. December being the final month, it would be hard to fit in more tours, but it's the last tour of the year, and we're excited about that. Someone said, "What shirt do you have on?" I have this shirt on. It's an old Harley Davidson shirt. Well, why did Chance stop making videos? I have no idea. I saw Chance recently. He came and did something for Average Joe, which you guys will see. We hadn't seen each other in years, so that was fun. What is this? I'm seeing you in Cologne next week. That's great. That's awesome. Let me try to get on to some questions and stop ranting. What's my necklace? A fan gave this to me, and I've been wearing it for some time. I don't know. There we go. You can see it. It says my name, and then the other one's just a little cross pendant. But yeah, a fan gave me this necklace a long time ago, and a couple tours ago, and we actually met that fan on this last tour. She came up and said that she was the one who gave me and Cece these necklaces, and we both wear them. And whenever people give me stuff that seems really cool and exciting, I try to wear it or represent it as best I can. Sometimes people bring me Batman Snuggies and stuff, which I've got. I want to say to the people that would bring me Batman Snuggies, I appreciate the gesture, but I have like 14 of them. So because the gesture has been repeated and done so many times, it now I no longer have a huge requirement for Batman Snuggies. So if you are at the store and you see some Batman Snuggies and you go, wow, Andy would love these Batman Snuggies. I would love them, but I have enough. So we're good on that. If you are interested in bringing me a Batman Snuggie, don't. Save your money, because I've got enough of them. And I appreciate that. There is no necessity for more Batman Snuggies, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. That is more what I'm trying to say than anything else. And that's really the purpose of this live chat, is to tell you that I don't need any more Batman Snuggies. The other thing, if we're going to get into it, the other thing I don't necessarily need more of is any Build-A-Bears in the Batman costume. I've got 56 of those. I don't need any more small Domo dolls wearing a Batman costume. These are all things that if you were considering bringing me, I would like you to save your money. Not because I don't appreciate it, but because I don't want you to give me something that I already have so many of that I could build a football team out of. So maybe we'll move on to different things. You don't have to bring me anything, honestly. I like you guys just coming to the shows. I appreciate the fan gifts, but you guys coming out is enough of a gift, really, to me. So let's get into something else. Let me try to read some things. It's just that the scroll is going so fast, it's hard to keep up. Let's also see how many times I can touch my hair in this. That's people have noted over the years that I touch my hair a lot, and I don't know why. I guess it's just a thing that I do. I can't really explain it. I could never really tell you why I do it. Maybe it's just to make sure it's still there. The idea that maybe someone could lose their hair rapidly during the course of an interview is a fear that I have. Like, I'm going to touch up there, and all of my hair has gone away simultaneously during the course of an interview, and that could be scary. And I don't want that. Nobody wants me to lose all my hair in a rapid succession. I don't think. I wouldn't think so. What else we got? They're moving so fast. I'm trying my best to understand all of the questions here. Why did I cut my hair? I cut my hair over 2.5 years ago. So I feel like that might be. It's like when people are like, "Oh, you changed your name," or like all. I just feel like these are outdated questions. And if you're just now getting into the band, I understand that you might not necessarily know these things, but it is crazy when you consider to the average person. Let's just consider this for a second. The average person that you know, say at school, or work or wherever else, they dye their hair red. And then 3 years later, after they've done that, you continuously ask them every day why they've decided to suddenly dye their hair red. They've had this red hair for 3 years. And then you're like, but why did you do that? Eventually, you'd probably just be used to it. And they would be annoyed by the fact that they have decided to dye their hair red several hundred years ago and are still being asked that. So, if I could answer the question more succinctly, I cut my hair because I wanted to. And I will continue to do things with my hair and physical appearance that I want to do, as I would encourage you to do the same. If you would like to wear water bottles as a shirt, just tape several water bottles together and wear it as a shirt. I don't know if that's legal, but if you want to, I would encourage you to do it, and I wouldn't ask questions. So let's try to set that amongst the fan base of Blackfield Brides, and amongst all of us really as friends. If someone wants to do something with their visual appearance and it is not illegal or going to hurt anyone else, it may be better just to allow them to do that so that they don't want to explode and explode all the water bottles in conjunction with that. Let's move on. I'm gonna take my jacket off. It's hot. All right, what else we got? Can I speak German? I cannot speak German. I can't speak any language other than English, and that is not a brag by any means. It's not the best thing when you tour internationally. A large, oh, oh, I think I hit something. Oh, things went away. Damn it! I keep screwing up the chat here. All right. No, it's not awesome that I can't speak English, or I can't speak any other language other than English, because a lot of the times around the world I would like to ask for things that are not possible to get because I cannot communicate them. I.e., I would like extra ketchup with that, and then that turns into like bringing me some sort of maybe a sock with like margarine inside, because maybe that's what they think that means. Someone said that their mom is in the MILF army, so that's cool. I don't know what that means. And are they a violent army or are they a loving army? Because I would assume that the MILF army would be an army of people, given their status as MILFs, that are loving. MILF meaning person that, or a mother. I would like to fuck, I think is the scientific term. So I would assume that that's what that is. Promise you're not going bald during an interview. Oh, I forgot I even said that. You have to understand that my brain works in a capacity to where I will say things rapidly and then forget forever that I had said them, because if I were to remember them, it would be just fountains of useless information in my head. Someone said they have a tiny pocket knife with my name on it. That is a scary as hell thing to say on it. It might be literal. You might literally have a knife with my name on it. Even still, the term "I have a name" or "I have a knife with your name on it" is frightening at the very least. Body paint. Where do I buy it? When we used to do the acrylic paint on ourselves, or when we used to do like the full body paint and everything, it was like acrylic paint, like what you use to paint a wall or whatever else, or whatever else you want to do. It was incredibly dangerous and not something I would suggest anyone doing. But we would cover our arms in what is essentially toxic chemicals, and then that doesn't allow for the pores to breathe, and so we would all get, in the early days of us touring, we would get violently sick because we were essentially keeping all toxins in our bodies when we sweat on stage. So dumb. Don't do that. Don't follow our example there. What is my biggest pet peeve? I don't know that I think there's several, but I would say the one that annoyed me the other day is when you're in a public circumstance, like say you're in a drugstore, CVS, Rite Aid, whatever, and there is a person in that store who every bit of their conversation is for the benefit of those around them. Like they're talking to their friend about something, but they think and are so certain that what they're saying is so awesome and hilarious that they want everyone in the store to know and hear it. So like, like a story about how funny the thing that their friend did would be funny in context of them telling their other friend directly. But they're making sure that I hear it, that the cashier hears it, that everyone hears it, because they need to make sure that everyone knows how hilarious their story is. And it annoys me to no end that that is the way that tales are told by these people. I would prefer that you just tell your friend that. I don't necessarily need you to communicate everything that you say to me indirectly. It's like indirectly tweeting someone. I don't need to see that. It's not part of my circumstance. Not to say that I've never indirectly tweeted someone. I think I probably have in my life. I can't remember a time that I've done it recently, but I think earlier in my life I probably did. Let's see what else we got here. We're going to be working on a new video for We Don't Belong coming up in January after this tour is over. So you can expect that at the beginning of 2014. Was my favorite place I played on the Outbreak tour? There were so many great shows on the tour. I couldn't really specify one particularly best spot, but I would say probably some of the markets like Cleveland and stuff that we've always had a really good time in. Cleveland is always one of my favorite shows. But yeah, I think I would say that there was so many. I mean, some places that we had never really played before. And then like Madison, Wisconsin was great, which we have a great rapport with the audience there. And there was a lot of really fun shows. I'm not superstitious. I am a little stitious, a little bit. Why don't I wear makeup anymore? I think what's interesting is that there is a certain perception in the world that we do still constantly wear makeup, and that's okay, because I'm not in any way ashamed or distinctively upset about any era of the band. I think that it all plays into where we are now. The reason that we don't do all of the paint and everything every day anymore is just because, like anything, you want to remain genuine, and I think that over time of doing that for so many years, it just became that we were kind of being a cartoon version of ourselves, and we didn't get, it wasn't, before the show we didn't go, wow, I can't wait to put on my paint, my war paint and everything. It isn't to say that we didn't still appreciate and love it when the fans did it, but as a band we had done it for a number of years, and it got to the point where we kind of wanted to do something new and kind of move on from that. And I think that most importantly, we have to remain genuine to you guys, the audience, and to ourselves. I don't like when bands I guess I don't appreciate when any form of artist starts to become disingenuous and does something for I guess just because of financial gain or whatever else. I think that for us, we we just wanted to move forward and continue to do something new all the time and reinvent the band as much as we can, because that's what keeps it exciting. Any form of art, whether it's music or visual art or anything else, you have to reinvent yourself to remain interested. And I want to give you guys, the fans of the band, and even people that don't necessarily know much about the band, there should always be something new and exciting about what we're doing, because that's what keeps us on our toes and what makes us better artists and better musicians. Arty art art. Let's see here. How tall am I? I'm about 6'2", depending on the boots, I suppose. Standard, I would say I'm about 6'1", 6'2", and then with boots of any kind, maybe perhaps with a heel, I'm a little bit taller. I would say right now probably 6'2". I've got these on. These are just standard boots. Let's see here. What's my favorite tattoo? I would say that they all represent something different, so it would be hard to pick one distinctive tattoo that's my favorite. Am I wearing red nail polish? Well, there's always this guy, the one, which is kind of my standard. I don't paint my nails apart from that. Occasionally, I think I've done some black here and there through the years, but not right now. Your house is very messy. Clean up. It's not really. I don't know if you can see here, but these are on the walls. It's not. The mess is not. Typically, people don't hang the mess up. These are all different tapestries from different parts of the world when I've been on tour and stuff that Juliet has picked up as well. And it's not. People don't. It's not dirt. People don't tend to hang up dirt on the walls or trash. I don't know what perspective you have of what this is. But that's all stuff on the. You can't even see the floor. The floor is perfectly clean, and this is just one room of the place. It's not. This is not the whole basis of my home. This is just a room that's decorated with tapestries and throws and masks and all kinds of fun stuff. But thank you for judging my home. I appreciate that. Honduras loves me. I love Honduras, even if whether that's the country or your name is Honduras. Either way, I love you. And I have this one awesome weirdness going on over here. I have not showered today, so I got some weird hair situations going on. That's all right. I'll continue to touch it obsessively throughout the performance. Performance, nice. I read the word performance and said it. This is not a performance. It's just me talking. Do I like Phil Collins? I guess I'm not a particularly huge fan of Phil Collins, but I think everyone likes Susu Studio, and the Tarzan soundtrack, fantastic. Favorite song we've made? I don't know. I bounce back and forth with different songs. I would say that one of the ones I'm most proud of is probably Lost It All. That's lyrically and emotionally a great one, but I think in the end will always be, or at least at this current point, one that's closest to me in terms of the emotional content of the song. I'd love to do another tour with Avenged Sevenfold. They're amazing guys and one of my favorite bands, and just couldn't say enough good things about those dudes. Really class acts and very professional, and congratulations to them for all their success, and it's so cool that they've had a #1 record, and couldn't happen to better guys. So of course I would love to do that. I love Mexico. I do. It's a little dangerous sometimes for a band, because you guys tend to be crazy down there, which I like. You guys, I love the audience in Mexico. I can't wait to come back. I do not smoke pot, at least as much as I can help it. I think I've probably smoked weed 10 times in my life, and it doesn't work with me. I feel the smell makes me sick. It just doesn't go along with my no judgment to anybody who does smoke pot, but weed and I don't get along too well. Can't do it. It just doesn't. And plus I'm too I guess the necessity to feel in control is too strong in me. I can't. I get a little off when I'm in. I guess I wouldn't be intoxicated, but I guess high is the term. But yeah, it's not really for me. Let's see what else we got here. I wonder how long we've even been doing this, guys. Do we know? There's no way of keeping two or something. So yeah, there we go. What else we got here? How do I find Montreal? I love Montreal. The shows are fantastic. Montreal was one of the first places that we went to on our first headlining tour, and it's actually the day that We Stitch These Wounds was released in the United States. We were in Montreal playing a show, and so I'll always have a soft spot for Montreal, knowing that that was the first day that the first record that we ever released came out, and we were there, and we got to talk to fans, and Ashley and I went into a Subway in Montreal and spoke English to a person, and they acted like we were assholes because we weren't speaking French, which again is possibly the only thing about Montreal that is that I don't quite love, is that people that speak English there, which by the way everyone speaks English there for the most part, but you are angry. A lot of your people in the service industry are very angry at people that speak English there because they're not speaking French, which I guess is the more accepted language. But however, when I go to France, I tend to be able to speak English there, and they do not get mad at me. So I think that's a French Canada-based level of aggression. And maybe that's the only thing maybe I could improve upon in my experience. Let's see what else we got here. We are coming to New Zealand. We're coming to New Zealand in, I believe, late February. I'd have to check. What else we got? Canada. What's that? This is what I anticipated, and I was talking to Juliet earlier today. I was excited about doing this chat and talking to you guys because I like to talk to members of the BBB Army and people who are fans of what we do. But I also knew that there was going to be a certain percentage of people that are just going to yell out in all caps the name of their city or country. And oftentimes, and this is possibly the strangest part of all this, is that most of the time when you guys do this, it is somewhere that we've already played in the last month, or somewhere that we are going to play in the next week or two. And that has happened 46 times already. It's just all capital letters, come to Canada. I was literally just in Montreal a week, 2 weeks ago. Before that, we did Calgary. I think we did Toronto. Did a lot. So we've been to Canada. We'll come back to Canada, I promise. But we have to go on a different tour now, to a different part of the world, where Canada is very hard to get to from Germany. It's way different parts of the world. What else we got? Someone just writing cat over again. I like that. I'm cold again. I'm not sure what my my weather situation is right now in here, so I'm putting the jacket back on. I don't know what this fox thing is about. Everyone talks about foxes. I don't know what that's about. What else we got? What do I think of twerking? I have no opinion on twerking. I don't. I will say that I am assumably not good at it. I've not tried and failed. I don't think that I have the skill set for it. I don't have much of a butt, really, and I think that's kind of one of the parts of it that you really need to do, is to have some sort of ass to make it work. Someone just said, explain your tattoos. Do you want me to explain the process by which I've gotten tattoos, or do you want me to explain... It's a loaded question, to say the least. Potatoes, question mark? Yeah, I love potatoes. I like French fries. I like roasted potatoes. I don't like raw potatoes, though I don't know many people that do. I don't just sit and eat a potato like an apple. Advice on songwriting. I think that for me, in my personal experience, and I can only really speak to my experience, songwriting is something that it develops through your own development emotionally. So, like, when I was 12, 13 years old, I didn't... my perspective was very different than how I am now in terms of writing. And so I think that the biggest thing is to remember, even if you get down on yourself for something because you don't necessarily love what you've written, or you don't think it's as good as whatever, song by your favorite band or whatever else, you only can really write from who you are and what your perspective is, and you will continue to improve over time because your life will change and you'll have more experiences. And I think writing through that is kind of the most important thing you can do. Not to say that I'm a brilliant songwriter or anything, but I write how I write, and I think that my perspective on life is the only way that I can really emote in terms of songwriting. So write about what you know, and I know that's kind of a cliche thing to say, but it's really true. When you, or at least with me, when I try to write about things that, or have in the past, that aren't necessarily something that directly affects me, it's very hard for me to put it down in terms of pen to paper and understand what I'm trying to say. Whereas when I write something that, even if it's an analogy to my life, as long as I have some basis of reality in it, it's a lot easier to try to figure out what I'm going to say, and what metaphorically what I can make it, and how I can spin it, and how I can spin the words. So write from your heart, I guess, is the most important thing. Let's see what else we got here. What about Chile? Both the country and the food, I love. Yeah, I Strawberry Blondes are great. We met on Warped Tour, and I was a big fan of what they did, and on probably my favorite band on Warped Tour this last year. And so we're bringing them out to Europe, and I'm excited to have them on tour with us. Let's see what else we got here. Do I have my own songs on my iPhone? I do. I have our record. I think that I'm not ashamed to admit that. I bought it the day it came out. I was excited. And I think that most artists do. At least, yeah, there's just a certain thing, where there's an excitement when your album's out, and it's something that you've worked on for all these months. And I'm not speaking to everyone. I'm not saying that everyone ever buys their own record, but I don't know. It's a certain level of pride. It's fun. The little kid in me certainly likes to go on to iTunes or to see it in the store or whatever, and to pick it up. And some of you saw a picture this year. I walked into Target after Wretched and Divine came out, and someone had set up the rack, and there was it was Black Veil Bride's new record and Kiss's new record were next to each other, so that was fun for me. I was able to buy both those at once, and it was kind of a childhood fantasy in a way. Favorite socks? I don't know. I wear just black crew socks. I don't have any preference. I don't like cucumbers. I actually I will like retch, like gag, if there's cucumber in something. Like say I'm eating a sushi roll or something, and there's cucumber in there. I will have to spit it out. I can't stand the taste. I can't stand the smell. It's probably one of my least favorite foods in the world. So thank you for asking about cucumbers. What else we got? I don't want too much dead air. I'm sorry. Um, I'm just trying to keep up with the scroll over here. Let's see here. Dude, cat, or sing? Says someone. Is that a three-part question? Would I rather be a dude, a cat, or a singer? I would go with singer. That's sort of what I currently am. So, and I like my life. So we'll stay with that. Let's see what else we got here. Uh, Passion fruit. I've never tried passion fruit. I've had things that are passion fruit flavored, but I've never had an actual passion fruit before. Are they good? I don't know. How do I feel about people with tearful stories of themselves? I guess that's kind of a broad question, but to me, I think that anything that is I guess, a story of your life, or anything that you've experienced, or any strife that you've gone through, it's good to talk about. So, I mean, I certainly don't feel good when someone comes to me and tells me a sad story, but I guess I'll always have a positive opinion when people open up and want to tell somebody something, or if they've said that we've helped them in any way with our music. A lot of people repeating the same things, so I'm trying to keep up. Batmandy comics. I saw those. Very talented. I like those. Thanks for making those. They're a lot of fun to read. When I see them occasionally posted on Twitter, or I'll see them on Instagram or something I've been tagged in, and occasionally I'll check my tag on Instagram and see images. So it's really fun and cool thing that you're doing. So thank you for doing that. It's fun. Do I like grapes? There's a lot of food-based questions here, more so than I thought. I didn't think that this was going to be as much about food as it's turned out to be. What do we got here? What does fear mean? Fear, in the context of Wretched and Divine, means for every and all religions. The idea is that it is a worldwide government / religious-based regime that has taken all of the kind of hope and faith and joy and positivity out of religious experience for people, and have replaced it with sort of a more government destructive fear-based version of the belief system, and it's kind of, I guess, a heightened version of a kind of a dictatorship, but it's run sort of as a religious regime, which is, I mean, not uncommon in the world, but obviously in the story of the Wild Ones story, it's or Legion of the Black, it's a little bit of horror movie and comic book and magic and all that kind of tied in. What else we got here? Where is my cat? There are 2 cats, and they are currently in the other room, in the living room area of my house, and they are, I don't know, doing cat things. I don't know exactly what they do with their time. A lot of sleeping and eating and fighting each other. They fight each other a lot, and then they sleep on each other, and then they wake up, and they eat again, and then they fight. They do a lot of cat things. I don't really know. It's not a super exciting life for a cat, I can't imagine. They seem to like it, though. Is my hair black? Yes, and what I imagine you could probably use to distinguish that is your sense of the ability to see your sight. If you are, unfortunately, if you've been afflicted with the blindness, then I apologize, but it would be difficult for you to enjoy a live chat circumstance. I guess you could hear my voice, but if you are blind, it would be difficult to tell what color my hair is at all, and therefore I apologize. But yes, it is currently black. This is not to make light of people who are blind. In my estimation, that would be something very difficult to go through. But I'm currently, I guess, trying to explain to you that my hair is black because you can see that it is black, and therefore that question may not have needed to be asked. What else we got here? Favorite brand of paper? I don't know. I guess I don't have a favorite brand of paper, because that is a crazy thing to have. What is my spirit animal and why? We did this on the last tour. We were in, I can't remember what city we were in, but we all, everybody in the band and the crew went around and did the spirit animal test, and I got Wolverine. I was a Wolverine. So I guess that's my spirit animal, is a Wolverine. I don't know. Do I like soccer? I do. My dad is a huge fan of English soccer, and so I kind of grew up with that around in the house and stuff. So I know a fair amount about Premier League and sort of international soccer stuff, football as it's called. What else we got here? I'm gonna take a second. I'm sorry that it's dead air, but I'm gonna take a second just to look here and see what kind of questions we got. Thank you, by the way, everyone. I just want to take an opportunity to say thank you so much for all of the support and interest that I've seen in the latest issue of Alternative Press, the December issue, with the cover story about the making of my life. I'm incredibly proud, and I feel so fortunate to have been involved in something like this. Growing up, I've said to you before, I loved AP Magazine, and I've always been a big fan of the publication. So to have the opportunity that I was given to be on the cover and to have this story written about my life and everything is incredibly humbling. And then to see how much support you guys have given us and have given the issue, it's really great to hear, or great to see. Sorry, and it makes me very happy. And I don't know. I just it's one of those things in life where it was a really cool moment to see it. To get the first copy and to hold it in my hands and to read the article. And it's a nice feeling to know that you guys were so supportive, and thank you so much for all the pre-orders and seeing you guys picking it up at stores. And I keep seeing images on Instagram and Twitter and everything of people holding up the issue that they bought at Hot Topic or at their grocery store or wherever else. So if you can, if you haven't gotten it, you can get it as a physical copy, or you can get it on your iPhone or your iPad and pick it up and read it, because I really am very proud of the article, and Ryan Downey did a fantastic job, and it's unlike anything that's really ever been written about me or the band, so check it out if you haven't. All right, let's get back to the questions. There's a lot of questions about what kind of fruits and vegetables I like, which I guess I didn't anticipate so many of those. Oh, and somebody asked me about my hair again. Again, it's old news, really. The cutting of the hair. I have not had long hair for a considerable amount of time. Probably more consecutively in my life have I not had really long hair than I have had long hair, because you consider my adolescence, where I did not have it, into early adulthood where I had longer hair, and then back to, for the last 3 years, not having it. There is more time that has been spent with shorter hair than longer hair, if you look at it like a timeline. So that's just a fact for you, really. You can take that home. Do I like kids? I love kids. I think one day I'd love to have children. Who inspired me to sing? It's definitely a culmination of a lot of things. Obviously, my dad was a singer in bands. Prior to me being born, he toured a lot and was in punk bands and stuff. And I kind of always grew up with that. My family all sang in the church choir and stuff. And I just always really liked to sing. I was interested in it from a young age, and getting into rock and roll music. I kind of found an extension of myself there. And so, but I would say that in terms of influence, people like Dave Vanian from The Damned, and I was always really into Billy Idol and people with kind of lower registers, Glenn Danzig. But then also just stylistically, in terms of the delivery of songs, I would have to say that Davey Havok of AFI was a huge influence on me. Not necessarily saying that I sing like him, or that we have a similar singing voice, but stylistically, again, how he delivered words and the aggression and ability that he had when I would listen to the songs as a kid to convey the lyrical content was always something that really struck home with me. So yeah, those are just some of the people that were really influential to me. Do I get my eyebrows done? I do not. I've never tweezed. I've never plucked. I think when I was, I want to say 15, a friend of mine had a little razors, like shears, and I did like I lines out of my eyebrow, like the kind of Vanilla Ice thing. Not great. Not my proudest moment. I was a little overzealous with the clippers, as they call it, and I was not it wasn't a good move. But no, I've never gotten my eyebrows done, nor have I ever tweezed them or anything else. These are just my brows. Do I like Type O Negative? I love Type O Negative. Again, I probably should have brought Peter Steele into that people that influence me conversation. Oh, my computer has gone to the screensaver, so let's pull that back up. Yeah, I probably should have brought him into that, because Type O was a huge influence on me as well. And I'd actually love for Black Veil too. I would say Michael Graves is also an influence on me in terms of singing. I loved the Famous Monsters record, and I loved the American Psycho record when I was a kid. And I would sit in my room and sing those songs, and along with Matt Skiba and so many others. So it really is hard to pinpoint for me where my biggest influence for singing came from. Keep touching my hair. I'll just do more hair touching. Look at all this hair touching. So much hair touching. Where's Matt Good? I would assume he's at his house with his lovely girlfriend and his adult life. I think it's funny, sometimes people think we all live together all the time. Like we all live in sort of a giant house, the whole band and all of our friends. We are adults who have separate lives. Matt Good and I did live together years ago when I had long hair, actually. Getting a piece of gum. Oh, hey guys, you know what? Somebody's at the door right now, so I'm going to step out for just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so I grabbed this while I was out there because I wanted to show everybody, in case they haven't seen it, what the physical copy looks like. There we go. It's pretty rad. I'm really excited about it. And if you flip through, there's tons of stuff. There's actually, in the subscriber version, there's all kinds of photos of Juliet and I, and taken by our friend Sean. And yeah, a little shameless promotion here, but I thought I'd let you know that if you haven't seen this, this is out there, and you should pick it up. Okay, let's keep going with this. All right, what do we got? I think we're definitely way behind on this because people are saying that I'm not in the room. So I'm gonna wait until things come back a little bit. Yeah. So again, in case anybody doesn't know, we've got the look at that little guy's hand. I got my little crow's trying to get in the room right now. Hey, buddy, you want to come in? I'll grab him. Hey, buddy. Hi, little man. You want to come in here? Come on. Come on. Come on. Here he is. Say hi, Crow. Hi. Hello. He's so miserable looking. Look at him. He wants to run around. You can run around, buddy. Say hi to everybody. Bye. All right. So, what else we got here? Do I like wrestling? I do enjoy wrestling. I grew up watching WCW and WWF and everything, and we have a good relationship with the WWE. and we're excited to hopefully work with them in future stuff. They've helped us with the Hell in a Cell stuff. We had Set the World on Fire on there. We debuted that track. We debuted In the End on Hell in a Cell. So we'll hopefully continue to work with them. Hi, buddy. What's up? What are you talking about? Sometimes Crow has conversations with me. I can't really understand his language, but we communicate through sounds, I guess. What's up, dude? What do you want? What's up, man? What are you doing? Come here. We gotta get off here soon, don't we? Yeah. What's over there? Look right in the lens. Hi. Oh, he's purring. All right, buddy. Go be crazy. Well, guys, I gotta get off here soon. Got stuff to do before I leave for tour. I have to do all my packing and getting ready and all that stuff. So, I'm so happy that you guys came here and asked me questions and talked to me. It was a lot of fun, and I don't know. It's been such a great year, both for me personally and for the band, and for Crow as well. Can't forget him. It's been a great year for him. This is his first year of life. So 2013 or 2012, I guess he was born in May of 2012. So he's not even 2 years old yet, and he's doing like the cute thing where they roll on their belly and try to get attention. So clearly, I got to go hang out with him, and then I got to go buy toiletries for tour. But thank you so much, guys, for coming and hanging out. Again, if you can, please, if you have the means to, pick up issue 305 of Alternative Press Magazine. Help support the best rock and roll publication that has been with me since I was a young kid.